The second most asked question is, am I still currently on steroids?
I don't know why I feel like she's going to be.
And the answer to that is I'm on HRT, which is hormone replacement.
Okay, I don't know enough. I don't know enough to have an opinion on that because I've never taken that stuff. What up, guys? Welcome to my reaction series. Today, we are reacting to a female bodybuilder talking about what steroids did to her body. So as you guys know, women, we just have this tendency to want to be men. Whenever men do things that men do, we just want to do it, right? So this applies to being a police officer, infantry. We try to be in the Olympics like men. We try to do male jobs or male leaning jobs. I'm on YouTube. But this also applies to women in the military. Or sorry, this also applies to women trying to get jacked like men. We can't lift like men can. And so what women do is they tend to take drugs. And there are dire consequences. So let's see what happened to this chick.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. And welcome to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Hannah. I'm an IFBB pro female bodybuilder. And
I don't understand why you would do that. She doesn't look good to me. Let's face it. Our generation is in a testosterone crisis thanks to modern lifestyle, poor diet, and environmental toxins. Low testosterone can sabotage your health and vitality. Reclaim your edge and bring your levels back to where they belong so you can live stronger, healthier, and with purpose. That's where Man's Edge from Neutronics Labs comes in. The powerful formula combines 4 clinically proven ingredients: fenugreek, IGF-1, NO2, and Tongkat Ali to ignite your body's own testosterone factory. Studies show fenugreek, along with IGF-1 and other clinically backed ingredients in Man's Edge, can help boost your testosterone up by 46%. Plus, Man's Edge patented liposome delivery has up to 98% absorption, far better than your typical powders or pills. So you can actually feel the difference. Right now, you can save 50% on all orders when you auto ship and use my code PEARL. Get the edge today and don't settle for anything less. Visit getmansedge.com and reclaim your vitality today.
I created this channel because I want to tell my story.
They do all this work just to look worse, and that's what I don't understand. Like, you guys have so much dedication. Even if she's on steroids, like, it's very difficult to get to that level of fitness. So why would you do it to look worse? I don't know.
So in the past couple of years, I've noticed a lot of younger people getting into bodybuilding. So I wanted to create this platform to tell my story, to hopefully help somebody make smarter decisions than I did getting into it. And I won't bore you with the details of how I got into it or why I got into it. I'll kind of focus more on what I did wrong. I am currently still bodybuilding. I do plan on doing my pro debut late next year. But these are just some of the things that I got very, very wrong getting into it. So these are some of the things that I would caution, especially young women getting into the sport. Starting with, I'll just jump right in. Obviously, my voice, the elephant in the room. I'm not trans.
I think that's why Layla has a weird voice. If you guys know the really famous lady who's like has a business and all this stuff. She kind of has a masculine voice. There's a girl on my show that used to come on a lot, and I'm fairly sure it was the same thing. It sounds really weird. They start to sound like guys.
There's anything wrong with that, but I'm not. And it's a side effect, a direct side effect of gear usage, which is, if you're not familiar with bodybuilding at all, a very, very prevalent part of the sport. It is quite literally everywhere. And even if the industry says that it's tested, there's a good chance they're not actually testing. And of course, getting into this sport, if you're enhanced, which most people are, just being completely transparent, there's not a whole lot of natties out there. There's a lot of fake natties. There's not a whole lot of real natties. And you would know if you stepped into any gym. I'm not saying that they don't exist. I'm not calling anybody out here. But
And the challenge is it's tough to compete when everyone's cheating. It's kind of how you feel like women when they get like boob jobs and like all this plastic surgery and they look so different. And I know the men, they'll say they don't like work. They don't like bad work, unfortunately. You're like, oh my gosh, she just got a boob job and now she gets free trips all around the world. It's tough to compete, right? Same thing. Same thing with like, you can even use that in like thirst trapping. A girl posts a promiscuous picture. She could get offers that you were just never going to get unless you do that. So it's kind of like in bodybuilding, people do it because they're trying to compete. They got to keep up.
From my experience being in this sport, or whatever you want to call it, some people don't call it a sport, whatever, being into bodybuilding since 2013 is when I started. There's a whole lot that goes behind the scenes that people don't talk about. It's gotten better that I've seen in the past couple of years. People being honest, but it's still not completely honest in my opinion. There's still people claiming to be natty when they're not, which is the point of this channel is not to call that out. It's to give my story, tell.
I love a YouTube video where I can just tell the person's, it's almost like a moment of honesty, because everything's so scripted nowadays that you get this like honest moment out of them.
Truth, if you want to say it that way. But really to give another perspective. I don't know. There's not much out there when it comes to the female side. So one of my first mistakes when I first got into bodybuilding was listening to the wrong people. And what made it really hard about my unique circumstances was that I got into it in a time before social media was really a thing. I mean, it was a thing, but like TikTok didn't exist. Instagram didn't exist. I think Facebook did, but things weren't as talked about as they are now. Coaches were not vetted. They were not, nobody was qualified to do what they were doing. It was kind of like a whole lot of mess. And so a coach had approached me and ended up, I told him what I wanted. I told him I wanted to be as muscular as I could. I told him that I, was willing to do whatever it took, which was probably not the best words that I could have chosen.
Female accountability. It's going to be the coach's fault.
But also I didn't really know the extent of what could be done with enhancements and things like that. Was completely new. And I was 22 when I first officially got into bodybuilding, when I got my first coach. And he immediately put me on so much gear. And I had no idea about the side effects. I didn't know the risks. He actually told me that there was no risks. And that's why
So this is, women have a tendency to blame the doctor or the coach or whatever. They never take accountability for their health. Obviously, someone selling you something isn't going to give you the most comprehensive picture of what it is. When it comes to birth control, when it comes to plastic surgery, it's your job to make a choice on a calculated risk. I know people that have taken that stuff and they were fine. There's some people that take L's. People always want an outcome, right? People want to look at enhancements, surgeries, birth control, and say, if I do this, I'll get this outcome. But the challenge is there are people that do the same surgery or take the same steroids. Some get their voice messed up, some don't. it's just, luck of the draw, maybe genetics. Same thing with enhancement. Some people have terrible luck with that. They get sick. Other people are fine and have fake boobs for 30 years. Like Dolly Parton, she's still kicking.
First mistake was listening to the wrong people. So getting into more of what I have experienced as a female bodybuilder. I've experienced the voice, enlargement of certain things. I've lost my period on several occasions. One time for almost 3 years. I have experienced hair loss, skin issues. The most recent one is cystitis, which I'm still currently dealing with, unfortunately.
What's cystitis? Let's look this up. Am I spelling that right? Inflammation of the bladder. Oh, so like UTIs? Okay.
And my doctors do think it was directly related to gear usage. And eventually I will get into all this. I will break down exactly what I was doing wrong. I'm going to end the video here because this is my very first one. And still working.
Okay, so let's see what else she says. Let's see. Just a reminder, lady, the side effects are forever, but the gains are temporary. Respect to you. The openness is rare these days. Thanks for being honest. I want to see if there's any other people saying what side effects they have. Competitive bodybuilding is disgusting. It takes young people and chews them up. I was friends with a lady bodybuilder for years, and her attitude shift over the years was a shock. Lifting weights is great, but competing is no good. I was at a bodybuilding gym when I was in London, but I think people did take steroids. Like, some people obviously looked like it, but I didn't do it. So I just kind of came and went. Layla Hormozy. That's who I was thinking of. Sounds very much the same with their voice. She used to have a feminine voice. Yeah. Oh my gosh. The voice ruins anything your body that looks good. Okay, let's see. Let me see if she has any other videos coming up. Answering your top 3 questions. Okay.
Welcome welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Hannah. I'm an IFBB pro female.
Steroids, I don't care. Am I still on steroids? Will my voice ever go back? Okay, she's still.
The second most asked question is, am I still currently on steroids?
I don't know why I feel like she's going to be.
And the answer to that is I'm on HRT, which is hormone replacement.
Okay, I don't know enough to have an opinion on that because I've never taken that stuff.
I'm on 16 milligrams of testosterone per week,
oh my gosh,
well as estrogen. This is all under the supervision of a doctor. I have an endocrinologist and a urologist.
I like how the last time she said she listened to the wrong people and now she's listening to other people. I don't know if that's the stuff she's taking now is okay or not, but I'm like,
It's a bunch of other doctors. So this is all prescribed to me. But I also want to make it clear that this is far from natural. It is still very much enhanced.
Okay, so she's complaining about steroids as she still takes it. Okay, will my voice ever go back?
Question number 3 is my voice. People wanted to know if it will ever go back to normal, if I can change it, if I can do anything for it. The answer is it will never go back to normal. There are some things that I can do if I wanted to. There is a surgery. There's a vocal feminization surgery. But it is, from what I understand, pretty risky. There's also vocal training, which I've actually been approved for by my insurance.
Yeah. Ugh. I want to know if they have fertility problems. I didn't expect this response. Well, ladies, if you want to do but I don't know why you would. Like, I just don't. It's like we try to be men so bad instead of just doing Pilates. Ugh. Ugh. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you're a woman, I really wouldn't recommend doing that stuff. But hey, if you're a guy, low key, that I've heard it changes your life. So I'd say don't do it, but I don't know, as a guy, like I know men that did it, and the vagina that was thrown at them after, they're like, I'll risk death. I don't care. I don't know, anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, like the video, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.